Welcome to the Record Machine Show, a podcast featuring interviews from indie and renowned artists from all genres of music. Now, here's your host, James Michael Hollenstein.
Welcome to the Record Machine Show. I'm your host, James Michael Hollenstein. Today we're headed to the heart of rock and roll as we welcome an exciting artist who is launching a bold new chapter in music, Georgi Freddy. A New York City born and bred native rocker, Georgi Freddy has entered the solo scene with a fresh direction and a new attack on rock and roll. His sound has been described as almost like a time machine, running through different generations of rock and coming back with a colorful cocktail of influences. But while Georgi Freddy may be the name front and center, this project is much more than a solo act. It's a full musical effort backed by seasoned touring musicians, bringing energy, experience, and a powerful sound to the stage and studio. Things have been moving quickly for Georgi and the band. Their first release dropped on January 30th, followed by a second release on March 19th. And they're already preparing for a third single release, proving this new chapter is only getting started. Today, we're gonna dive into Georgi's musical journey, how music first entered his life, the influence that helped shape his sound, what inspired this new direction, and the stories behind the music. We'll also be talking about two songs helping introduce listeners to this new exciting era. I'm Fly With You and back to the start. So settle in, turn it up, and get ready for another great conversation and some great music. But first, let's put the needle to the record and listen to I'm Fly With You by Georgi Freddy.
Until with me, yeah.
You just heard I'm Fly With You by Georgi Freddy, and I have Georgi on the line for a chat. Georgi, welcome to the show. How you doing, bud?
I am good. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Let's start at the beginning. Where are you originally from, and where do you call home these days?
I was born in the Bronx. I am first generation Albanian. My whole family's immigrants, and I live in Manhattan.
Nice. And how long you been living there?
In Manhattan?
Yeah.
Over 15 years.
Very cool. And you
Longer if you count sleeping on my older brother's couch.
That's funny, man. When did music first enter your life, and what inspired you to pursue it professionally?
I would say when I was a young little boy, my cousin Martha was so obsessed with Les Miserables. She needed somebody to sing with her, and I was singing absolutely horrific. And she would be very angry that her duo partner is not singing right, so she would teach me how to sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned how to sing Les Miserables. And her older brother was very much into rock and roll, had guitars in his house, and he taught me how to play Wonderwall. And my dad's best friend, his name is Tony Sansone, he wrote the song Walk Away Renee, which is top 400 in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Left Bank, Four Tops. He heard me play it. He said, would you be interested in songwriting? I said, I never thought about it. I tried it. I liked it and never stopped since.
That's a pretty cool story. Now, who were some of your biggest musical influences growing up, whether they're artists, bands, or even personal influences? And how did that help shape the sound and artist that you are today?
Well, like I mentioned, Tony Sansone, it comes from a very old school generation. So Motown and 50s music was very much injected into me, very old school melodies. But then Rolling Stones, the Beatles, David Bowie, Little Richard, all these guys just came into my life. And I was very closed-minded listening to music growing up. So when I started listening to the Beatles, it was 4 years of the Beatles and the Beatles only. Rolling Stones, 2 years of the Rolling Stones, 2 years of David Bowie. Oasis was everything to me. I went to Montreal to Formula One race, to see the Formula One races, and we forgot all our music at home at the time where CDs was very prominent. And all we had was Queens of the Stone Age, Songs from the Deaf, with Dave Grohl on drums, and that changed my complete trajectory. Like, you could play heavy music and sing beautiful at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy shit. So that's just where it all led, basically.
Who's better band, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones? I always go Beatles.
I'm gonna say the Beatles, just out of principle.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to say vibe,
Mm-hmm.
Rolling Stones just always got that vibe going on.
Yeah. I've seen them once or twice. They were pretty good when I seen them. I think the last time I saw them, though, was 1989 at Shea Stadium.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Steel Wheels Tour.
He's still outdoing everyone else.
Yeah, he's a great frontman, right?
Legend.
You've described this project as a new direction and attack on rock and roll. After years in music, what inspired you to launch this new chapter under your own name?
I would say a lot of people in the industry that I respect and trust have been pushing me for this for a couple of years. And I have always pushed for my bands, never for myself. And my best friend Julio convinced me that it's time to start. So we got it started in January, and it's been going well. It's an exciting experience.
Couple singles out already, right?
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Your music has been described as hard-hitting while also making listeners think both about the good and bad times in life. When you're writing songs, how important is it for you to tell a story or create an emotional connection with a listener?
Well, I would say this goes with life experiences, right? When you're young, you're just writing and you're thinking, oh, this is cool, this is right. You know, just like in life and everything else, when you start getting to know yourself, you start being a little more honest. And when you're a little more honest, the truth comes out. But in the right way, it's genuine. So when you're writing, you know, you could fake a good time. But when you talk about things that we all experience, we all suffer, we all smile about, we all cry about, it's something that even for myself when I'm performing, you can't help but feel emotional at times. And if it's striking those chords, then you're hitting something real. And I like that.
Yeah. Interesting. While this is a solo project under your name, you've said this is very much a band with seasoned touring musicians backing the music. Tell us about the musicians involved and what they bring to this project.
Well, I will start with my boys I work with at the studio, Danny Grossarth and Julio Arias. They are both members of a hardcore band called Canderia, a legendary band. Metallica talks about them all the time. But these guys are very versatile, and we together, when I come to them, they are at a certain caliber of musicianship. So I'm never going to compete with them on guitarmanship. So the only way I could stand in a room with them is if I work really hard on a song that they can look at each other and say, that's really cool. And if we start there, I have ideas that I already tracked. But every now and then, I like to let my boy Julio cook because he sees the direction. He feels the vibe. He sees the cocktail I'm putting together. And every now and then, you just got to let someone cook and see where they go. Every now and then, you'll hear an nugget. Julio's biggest problem working with me, and usually professionals, when they work with me, when he makes a mistake, usually it's like the gates of heaven open up, and he fucking hates me for it. Because the last thing a professional wants to do is record a mistake.
Right.
But his mistakes are heavenly. They're happy mistakes. He never really does make mistakes. But we create this sound, this philosophy, this whole cocktail together, and everyone we play live with, they are so stellar that, I don't know, I send them a song tomorrow, 3 days from now, we can step into a room and play it like it's a record. And that's cool to me.
Yeah.
So I don't just come and doing it. This is my way. I like to give my boys that I trust the opportunity to give me some dishes that I wasn't thinking about serving. And we pick and choose, we argue, and we are very passionate about what we believe in, and that's where we hold everything. And the song is more important than us, of course. Whatever is the best for the song is what we choose, and then it's a band sound. It's not a singer-songwriter thing.
And how many people are how many people are working on these songs with you?
Well, I got Danny. Danny's a world touring drummer. Julio's a world-class drummer. So Julio records bass and drums. I'm sorry. Julio records electric guitar and bass, and we all talk about drums together, and nothing better than having two professional drummers in a room recording drums. Then you have Steven and Jack. I have two bass players, whoever's available. I would say Jack's a little heavier, and I would say Steven is a little more on that Cure side. Steven is just very colorful and beautiful. Jack is heavy and driven. So it's a really good duality we have there. And we have, if Julio can't play drums, we have Carlos, who was the drummer for 40 Below Summer, which is it's a touring band. New Jersey Heroes, I guess. Okay. He's a beast of a man. I actually have my brother-in-law. He married my sister, so he had to pay me somehow. So I have him enslaved in my band playing rhythm guitar.
Cool.
And we got Jason and Lukey on lead. Jason and Lukey are both touring musicians, so Jason's schedule gets booked up really fast, and Lukey is a little more local, so it's a little easier. So we are in a good place to be available when opportunities come.
Very nice.
I have a big team.
Now, besides singing, do you play any instruments yourself?
Of course. I play guitar, a little piano. I play a little bit of everything, but I usually focus on the acoustic guitar, tracking the meat and potatoes and the vibe of a song, maybe even a drum idea, record my melody, maybe even some leads. Sometimes I nail it, and it is what it is, and we work with it. Sometimes, I'll write something the best I can and just force my man and be like, yo, you think you beat this? Of course he's gonna beat it.
Yeah.
But I like to start off with a competition, so he truly beats it.
Yeah. Very cool. We opened today's show with I'm Fly With You. Tell us about that song. What inspired it, and what were you hoping listeners would take away from it?
All right, so do you want me to give you the politician answer, or do you want me to give you just the truth?
Whatever you're comfortable with, my friend.
I'll go with the truth. I never made that song to share with anybody. I was in a dark time, and I wrote a song that just made me feel really, really good. And honestly, it was very much my style, my vibe, my thing. Didn't really think about anybody else liking it or not. Then my friend Julio was on FaceTime with me, and he's like, yo, what's that song right there? I'm like, oh, it's just this thing I'm playing. He's like, yo, that's the next song we're recording. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't know. He's like, George, after today, I'm not trusting you on what's good and what's bad. You're just going to have to share what you got from now on. So Julio pushed me to record it, and I'm happy we did because everyone seems to be liking it.
Yeah. Since launching this new chapter, you released your first single in January, followed by another one in March. What has the response been like so far from fans and listeners?
I would say because I've always chose rock and roll, I've always walked the circles of rock and roll groups and just like people in that area and genres and stuff like that. Since I've started my project, I've walked through R&B, hip hop, Spanish music. I've formed in all different demographics, all different kinds of styles of genres. I've never really experienced that before. I've never had somebody who's having a complete R&B, hip hop performance night ask me to bring my music and perform the same night. Usually it's smart to play in rock and roll venues, but you know, if you've never done something before and people opening the doors for you, who am I to say no?
Yeah.
It's been a great experience. I behind the scenes, things are moving faster than I've ever experienced before, and I'm just in a situation where I'm just trying to keep up.
Very cool. We've been talking back and forth through, text and email, and I believe you mentioned that you're currently preparing for a third single release. Can you give the listeners a little preview of what's coming next and what direction the music's heading in?
Direction? I don't know how to answer that question regarding direction. I would say it's the same guy trying to give something, but it's not like Back to the Start. It's not like I'm Fly With You. I would say there's some punk aspects to it. There's some pop aspects to it. I would say it's a little more, it's for more listeners. There's no curse words.
Well, that's
I really
good.
didn't care about cursing or not cursing in the first two singles. I can't wait to share it.
Now, with the first two singles out, have you released any music videos for those songs?
I have 2 videos on YouTube right now currently.
Nice.
And little snippets on Instagram.
Very cool. We're going to leave the listeners today with Back to the Start. Tell us about that song and what should the listeners listen for when they hear it?
I would say when your heart is telling you this is the path you need to walk, but other strings are pulling you somewhere else, you're going to learn real quick that you should have followed your gut from the beginning. And I would say learn to follow your gut. That's about it.
Awesome. It's a great song. I love both of them. I've listened to both of them, and I can't wait to hear the new one when it comes out.
Which one do you vibe with the most? Which one's more your direction? One is just heavy punk. One is a little more R&B.
Back to the Start was the one I really related to. I like that one. Nice. I mean, I like both of them, but that's the one that,
Fair enough. No.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's got their own ear.
But I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the new one. What's the title of that one?
Fill Me In.
Nice. Okay. Now, do you have a website or social media that you'd like to share with the listeners so they can follow and keep up with your new releases and upcoming projects?
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, all that. I mean, Spotify, TikTok, all the Facebook. Instagram apparently is the most important thing these days for most people. Georgi Freddy, GeorgiFreddy. Put it in, you'll find me.
Awesome.
And on YouTube.
All right, cool. Now, before we wrap things up today, is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about?
I just recently performed for this new company's, there's this new company called the Fame Exchange. They had a couple artists, one trap singer, one rap singer, and they asked me to come and perform this kind of genre. And it was a great experience. I actually performed the single I'm going to release, and it was received really well. It was a great experience. I hope that company does well with whatever they have planned for the future. And I'm excited to see what comes next.
Awesome. Any shows coming up?
We are currently working on that.
Cool. So when you do a show, you have like three songs out, or you're going to have 3 songs out. What do you do with
I'm playing a full set.
You'll do a full set where you do some covers too?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
If you want to see cover music, go to Nashville.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, right?
Well, I've worked there for quite some time. I would say they're the best at it.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of cover bands here in Myrtle Beach too.
I would not know.
Yeah,
I'm over here in New York City.
Yeah, there's a lot of them down here. They have like the Alabama Theater and Legends and stuff like that. It's it's a tourist town, so I guess they like to see stuff like that.
It's all original music if you come and see me live.
That's awesome. Well, Georgie, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. I had a great time chatting with you.
Thank you, James. I appreciate you having me.
You're welcome. And let's definitely do this again. I know you got that third single coming out. Maybe by the end of the year, we can do a follow-up interview and catch up.
Well, before it's released, as soon as we have it finished, I will send it your way.
Awesome. Well, let's definitely stay in touch, and you enjoy the rest of your day, all right?
Thank you, James. I appreciate you.
All right, man. You take care, all right?
Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye. What a great conversation with Georgi Freddy. And it's always exciting to spotlight an artist stepping into a new chapter while bringing years of experience, passion, and purpose along for the ride. A New York City born and bred rocker, Georgi is bringing a fresh energy and perspective to rock and roll. Blending sounds and influences from different generations into something that feels both familiar and brand new at the same time. Music that hits hard, makes you think, and tells stories through both highs and lows of life. And while this may be a new solo chapter under the name Georgi Freddy, it's clear this project is powered by a talented team of seasoned touring musicians helping bring these songs and this vision to life. With the first release on January 30th and a second release on March 19th and a third single already on the horizon, it sounds like there's plenty more exciting music still to come. A big thank you to Georgi Freddy for joining us here on the Record Machine Show and sharing his story and music with us today. Be sure to follow Georgi online and stay connected for his new releases, upcoming music, and everything happening with this exciting new project. And now, as promised, we're going to leave you with one more track from Georgi Freddy. Here's Back to the Start. I'm James Michael Hollenstein, and this has been The Record Machine Show. Until next time, keep those records spinning.
What you gonna do with me? Besides buzzing in my ears again, dragging us all over the moon. You guessing every move, 'cause I can't see the dead ends are fucking meaningless. Maybe let's get back to the start. Said that you were born to us. Got in my way, dropping down this avenue. Show us all the lives, but the plan has gone too far away. Has gone too far away. Oh, now this mental rage, I would never lie to you. Your values are pleading, and that's the truth is in my face. Maybe let's get back to the start. Say
Record Machine Show is a weekly radio podcast produced by Jimmy Hall Productions. All rights reserved. For distribution information or to add this podcast to your website, please visit our contact page at therecordmachineshow.com to submit your request. Thanks for listening. See you next time on The Record Machine Show.